Greetings Spartan and welcome back to the UNSC Infinity War Game Simulation Training Program. Today we are going to cover the most widely encountered Covenant weapon, the Plasma Pistol. The Type 25 Directed Energy Pistol is developed by Iruru Armory and becomes available within the simulation at Spartan Rank 8. This weapon is the bread and butter of Covenant small arms and has changed very little since it was first encountered on the colony of Harvest. It is normally wielded by grunts, jackals, skirmishers, and drones, but on rare occasion it has been used as a sidearm for elites and brutes. And while the weapon itself is relatively weak against well-armored targets, the sheer volume of fire from multiple hostiles is enough to overwhelm even a Spartan. Like most Covenant weaponry, the Plasma Pistol is reverse-engineered from salvaged Forerunner weaponry. However, while Forerunner technology is advanced enough to create particles of hard light, Covenant weapons are only capable of creating bolts of superheated plasma. The Plasma Pistol itself is powered by a battery cell that utilizes a superheated form of hydrogen fluoride gas as a fuel. This is an effective power source, but continued use will cause overheating, a problem that Forerunner weapons don't have. The most curious aspect of the Plasma Pistol is that it can be overcharged by the operator to create a single bolt capable of producing an EMP effect that will temporarily incapacitate the power systems of armor, vehicles, and any unprotected electronics. However, this does cause the weapon to overheat, so use this capability wisely. This charged bolt also has a limited tracking capability. We don't fully understand how it works, but it is possible that it's related to the same tracking found in the Type 33 Needler. The Plasma Pistol is a semi-automatic weapon that fires bolts of superheated plasma at a rate of 300 rounds per minute. These rounds are fed from a battery that is capable of firing 50 bolts before it is depleted. When the Plasma Pistol overheats, it requires about 2 seconds to vent the excess heat. If you are curious, it takes about 13 rounds of constant fire to cause the weapon to overheat. Firing a charged shot will consume 20% of the weapon's battery, but if you cancel the charge before it is completed, no energy will be spent. Note that the energy will only be consumed when the shot is actually fired. Once the weapon is fully charged, it will begin draining the battery at a rate of 10% per second until it is fired or you switch weapons. It should be noted that even if there is only 1% in the battery left, you can still charge a shot, but it will fire almost immediately. You should also remember that if the battery reaches 0% while you are charging a shot, it will automatically fire. The Plasma Pistol can remove the shielding of a Spartan 4 with only 4 rounds, but once the shields are gone, it will take 8 rounds to neutralize your target. As you can see, the Plasma Pistol has very different damage properties against shields and armor. Because of this, if you hit a target with 3 bolts then melee them, it will result in a kill. However, if you melee them first, it will take up to 9 rounds to finish them off. The first thing that you need to understand about the Plasma Pistol is that it is not a kill weapon. Swarms of Covenant using this weapon is one thing, but in a one-on-one fight it is outmatched by every single weapon in the simulator. Instead, you need to use it as a tool to enhance your lethality and increase your flexibility, and this revolves around charging the weapon. This charged shot has 2 main functions: eliminating shields and temporarily disabling vehicles. Using the charged shot to knock out an opponent's shielding is one of the fastest ways to earn a kill. To do this, you will also need a weapon that is headshot capable, such as a battle rifle or carbine. Simply charge the shot and lock on, then as soon as you fire, immediately swap to your other weapon. By the time the charged shot makes contact, you should be ready to land the headshot. You should also be prepared for the chance that your shot will miss. If it misses, then you may find yourself at a severe disadvantage, so be careful going into head-on fights with a charged Plasma Pistol. Try to avoid using automatic weapons in combination with the charged shot. Because they are not headshot capable, the time that it takes to charge, aim, fire, and swap weapons is generally better spent using the automatic weapon itself. Also remember that in close quarters combat, a charged shot followed by a melee attack will instantly kill most enemies. The other main function of the Plasma Pistol is to disable vehicles. A single charged shot will disable any vehicle for a few short moments, which will give you enough time to either hijack, sabotage, or destroy it. This makes it the best secondary option for large battles with high amounts of vehicle activity. This is probably the best way to deal with vehicles like the Mantis, Banshee, and Ghost. A charged shot will completely disable them, making it really easy to move in and neutralize the threat. But there are some vehicles that require a more considered approach. Not all weapons on some vehicles will be disabled, so it is still a threat until it is either destroyed or the gunner is incapacitated. In the Dominion mode, you can use it to disable the automated turrets and energy shielding that the bases fortify themselves with. The plasma pistol is an underappreciated weapon. Many Spartans are quick to forego its flexibility for a more direct option. While it's true that the weapon itself is not very impressive, those who take the time to master it quickly learn the value of its utility. If you elect the plasma pistol, you can overcharge your abilities and disable the competition. Thank you for watching this episode of my Halo 4 weapon guides. If you enjoyed it, please check out my other videos and be sure to join me next time when I cover the Forerunner bolt shot. As always, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. My name is Matt, and I will see you next time.